Hello, welcome to week 1. So this is going to be the start of our ethics journey and kind of starting to take a deep dive into a couple different things. But for our start, we want to learn the definition of ethics. So we're going to kind of explore, technical definitions, just so we can understand, truly, what does it mean? And then we're going to look at a company. So if we're an ethical company, I think it's easier to remember maybe unethical companies. So we're going to do a little exploration of some companies that maybe historically in the last 20 years have had some ethics challenges, and we all still think about them and know about them to some degrees. We're going to do a little bit of a case study with Starbucks a couple years back. Starbucks had some interesting challenges, which kind of fits in with, other companies that have challenges with different African American citizens just doing, business and then getting, the cops called on them. So we're going to examine that. We're going to do our first discussion board. So I've got the prompt for what we'll do in our first discussion board this week. And then we're going to really kind of start and explore the advantages. If you are an ethical company and that your practices follow your policy, how does that help you as a company? How does that help you sell to clients and maybe get new clients? Or how does that help you attract talent for people to work at your company? So we'll talk about the advantages because there are some. And then we're going to do a little bit of exploration on what's called the Sarbanes-Oxley Act. So this all came up after a lot of shenanigan behaviors on Wall Street. And so we're going to explore the Sarbanes-Oxley Act and some legal business requirements of being an ethical company. And I think the theme, if I wanted to give a theme for week 1, is just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. And that's what we have to start thinking about. Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's ethical. Those really are two different things. And as a human resources professional or a business partner to our CEOs or general managers or, division leaders, whoever we report to, it's our job to help them understand that, to go, okay, just because we can doesn't mean we should. I'll give you a current example. Just because, so with COVID, and we're doing a lot of furloughs in these past couple of months. So we decide to, instead of furloughing people, which means you're not fired, you're just temporarily not working, with the hopes that we bring you back, because you have to leave people on their medical benefits and allow them to continue paying their portion, and the company would continue paying the company portion. Or you terminate them, meaning they're terminated, they go on COBRA, the company won't have to pay any portion of their benefits. So even if your company thinks that you might only be closed for a couple months and you decide to terminate everyone just so you don't have to pay benefits, should you? So you legally can. That is something you are allowed to do as long as you do the termination correctly and, pay out and give notice, etc. But should you? And what we're going to start to think about is companies that make the decision that I can do this, so we're going to do that. How does that affect employee morale? How does that affect recruiting? How does it affect your company reputation when you're trying to get people to come work for you? Or I was thinking about Facebook right now. Facebook has put out some, controversial statements, and I've been actually starting to see a lot of posts from Facebook employees. Did Facebook just make itself an undesirable employer? So what you do as a company will affect the customers that choose to come to you or choose to never come to you again, and it'll affect the talent that you're going to be able to get to come and work for you as well. So that's a little bit about what you're going to tackle for week 1. There's a lot of different components. Take your time with it, read, and again, be sure to listen. Most pages, not all of them, will have a little like a little speaker icon. Just click on it or even hover over it and you'll see a little play button. Listen, it's some added commentary, my thoughts, some extra information versus just what you're reading on the slide. So enjoy, and I'll see you again for week 2.